Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name's Thiago. I'm back here with another video for you guys today. Before I start, I want to ask you a few questions. Have you ever felt cluttered? Have you ever felt like you're not getting anywhere? Have you ever felt like something's holding you back? Is there something that you can't let go of? Some of you might ask, why am I asking you these questions? I thought it was very important to start this video by asking a few questions, because the topic I want to talk to you guys about today is something that can really make a breakthrough in your life. It's something that can help you to propel in order to do anything in your life. It's a very important subject, and I believe everybody needs to implement it in a way in their lives, you know? And by now you probably know what I'm going to talk to you about because you've looked at the title. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about minimalism. Now one might ask, what is minimalism? It might even sound bad for some people, but I want to start off by explaining to you guys what minimalism is. Well, I was browsing through Netflix one day and I saw the title Minimalism. I didn't give too much to it, but then my fiance came and she talked to me about, hey, I saw this thing, it sounds really interesting, let's go watch it. So, you know, lo and behold, we go and we put on Minimalism on Netflix, and I was like, man, this thing's really good. It's by a guy named Joshua Fields, and basically there was a movement before called minimalism, but he was the one that really broke through and explained. He even wrote a book on it. Again, there's a documentary on Netflix which is really awesome. And one thing that I do want to talk about that you guys should think about also is that to everything there's two parts. There's a part where it's very extreme, where a person's really extreme into something, they do it 110%, and you know, it's kind of like a religion, you know, they go overboard. And then there's another part where you don't do anything about it, you don't think of it, goes through your head, you know, goes through one ear out the other side. I believe that everything in life you have to have balance in order for it to work. So it's one thing. So again, let's go back to the documentary. So I watched the documentary, and it really made a light bulb go off in my mind, you know, because personally, I've never been a hoarder. You know, I want to go into this subject because it's very easy for everybody to understand, because there's people that, you know, they get fulfilled, you know, by buying or obtaining many items in their house, and you know, it's piles and piles and stockpiles of stuff, you know, and this is known as I don't know if hoarderism is a word. Can you please let me know if hoarderism is a word? But yeah, it's kind of like it's being a hoarder, you know. So there's a lot of people that are hoarders, not necessarily everybody, but to a certain extent, if you take a look at your life, there's a certain part that you're a hoarder in that part. So I was practicing minimalism. Going back, I was practicing minimalism, not knowing what it was, but I was practicing it very low, you know. I've always been a clean person. I've always been an organized person, but there's things too that kind of went over my head. And once I saw this documentary, which basically stated the less you have, the more you feel good. And one might think, what are you talking about? You know, isn't the more the merrier, right? That's what you would think, you know, like look at rich people, look at how many things they have. Look at successful people, you know, they have tons of things, but do they really? And I'm not talking about success, but I'm talking about freeing yourself, you know. There's a show called Hoarders. I don't know if many of you watched it on TV. I don't necessarily watch it, but I've seen it a couple of times, and it's just like a group of people will go into somebody's house, and it'll be like I mean, this is extreme. It's filled to the brim with stuff, you know? And, I mean, I'm like, how do these people live? You can't even move inside the house, you know? Like, what the heck are you doing, dude? Like, get rid of some of those stuff. So what they go into the house, they do like, they freaking demolish everything. They put it in the truck and take everything away, you know? And by the end of the show, the people are feeling very like, they're like, oh, that's awesome. You know, I let go of all these stuff, you know, and they can breathe. Some people go back to the same lifestyle, but that's the concept of hoarderism, and that's kind of like the concept of minimalism too. It's by removing things from your life that you don't need. So let's take this example, right? Because I think I'm rambling too much and you can kind of get confused. So you have a house, it's filled with things. One question you have to ask yourself is, do you need everything that's in that house? Do you, like, is it bringing you happiness? Is it bringing you joy? Okay, so if it's not, get rid of it, you know? And it's by practicing taking things out of your life that you don't need. So let's say, for example, you have a kitchen table, and on top of that kitchen table, you have 20 decorations. Do you need 20 decorations on top of a kitchen table? I mean, you're like, oh, it looks nice, whatever, but does it really look nice? So start by, you know, it's hard, but once you start this, it becomes easier. Start by removing those things that you don't need in your life, you know, and giving them away. There's people that need things, so bring it to the Salvation Army, bring it to donation boxes. They're all over the place. I use them all the time. If I have clothes and I don't use them, I put it in a trash bag and throw it inside, and they distribute it to whatever and whoever needs it, you know. It's you also bless other people by doing this, and I think giving is one of the best things. So anyway, start off by getting things that you don't need from your house, you know, giving it away, removing it, and you know, you can kind of set a limit. I'm gonna get rid of 10 things a month, you know, if you can't do it, and then you kind of raise that up over time. And I'm not saying get rid of everything, because I don't do that, but you know, by having a clean ambiance, by having a clean environment, by having things that are put there for a specific reason, it makes you feel so much better. It makes you worry so much less, because the more things you have, you're going to have it in your mind too, not knowingly, like in your conscious. It's going to be holding you back from, oh my God, I have this here, this there, this there. What do I do? How do I organize it? You know, it's going to take more time to organize. It's going to take more time out of your life, you know? So if you have just basic stuff, if you have just things that you need, things that bring you happiness, you know, like if you go into a successful person's house, it's not everybody, but if you look around, they don't necessarily have a lot of things, you know. It's a big house, it's nicely decorated, but it's not like filled to the brim, you know, because they got successful because they were able to concentrate. You know, I'm not promising you anything here, but it's going to help you so much. You know, it's going to help you in your health, because things around your house, they can, you know, consume dust, they can get dirty, the air can get, you know, it's gonna improve your health, it's gonna improve your mental state, it's gonna improve your productivity. You know, you'll have less things in your mind that you have to worry about, you'll get more done. It's gonna make things look better, you know. Joshua Fields in Minimalism, he's very extreme, but I like him, you know, because of that. But you know, it's not having nothing. If you do have something, it's gonna be something you need, you know. For example, like I gave away a bunch of clothes, you know, I mean, like 2 trash bags full of clothes. And by the end of that, I was like, why did I have this stuff? Did I really need all this clothes? Did I use it? You know, do I need all these button-up shirts? Which one do I use? There's some that I don't even like, but that I had in my closet. What's the cool thing is, like, by going into this field is, let's say you like dressing up a certain way. You're going to see that you only use a couple of different things, and you're going to be like, oh, I don't have this, so now I can go and buy it. You know, it's gonna make you think better. It's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you realize what you actually need. I don't have running shoes, but I have a bunch of dress shoes. Let me get some running shoes. You know, give away these dress shoes. So it's gonna optimize you in everything you do. You know, oh, I have 20 different coffee cups, but I don't have actual drinking water cup. You know, it's random stuff, but. To sum it all up, you know, it's just going to give you an air of freedom, you know, and that's one of the biggest things, you know, because the more time you have, the more time you can spend on the things that you love. And I think freedom is, you know, it's the biggest. How would I say this? It's the highest level you can achieve in life. You know, freedom of time, freedom to spend with whomever you like, just being able to think clearly, organized, and, you know, being able to hit your goals with nothing holding you back. What's cool about this subject is you can really go into depth talking about minimalism. I can spend hours and hours and hours, but basically I would recommend you guys to go on Netflix, pick up his book too by Joshua Fields. Big shout out to him too. You know, it was awesome. I like minimalism. You know, it's something that I believe everybody should implement in their lives. It will help everybody in every aspect, in business, in personal, in anything you do, you know. And again, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please leave any comments below if you have anything to say about this. Make sure to interact, you know, because I want to know what you guys think of this subject too. It's very interesting, you know. Make sure also to subscribe for upcoming videos. Leave a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, leave a thumbs down, whatever, you know. Let me know, because I'm making these videos every week and I want to know what I can do to improve. And also let me know what you would like me to talk about. You know, I'm open, I'm here. I like discussing things. That's what my channel is about. You know, it's not only about, you know, business and finance, which I love, but it's also about how can I optimize my life? What can I bring to my life? Futuristically too, in my videos, I would like to do a couple of interviews with successful people, you know. So if you're successful, if in any area of life and you would love to get interviewed by me, make sure also to reach out. You know, I'm open, I'm here. Also, if you guys have any ideas of things you would like to see me do, make sure to leave it down in the comments and I'll check it out. Again, guys, I want to say thank you for watching this video. Until next time.